Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's most popular performers out there, and Netflix knows that. Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects?
Well, there should be different rules for comedians. They should be able to laugh at stuff that makes the rest of us want to laugh.
Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's most popular performers out there, and Netflix knows that. Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects? Well, there should be different rules for comedians. They should be able to laugh at stuff that makes the rest of us want to laugh. Different rules for different people. Is that a good idea? Different rules for different people? Where does that stop, right? I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Anyway, yeah, lots of problems here. So nothing too difficult, though. Arguably, don't leave off that E. Surprisingly, a lot of people left off most. Performers, not performance. Are there rules, not roles? And are there other? Yeah, so I got another audio challenge coming up for you guys. When tackling, blah, blah, blah. Okay, a little bit tough. Well, there should be different rules. So I think the rest, I think everything is easy. And I'm guessing it was the British pronunciation that caused the problem. Let's go back to the top, though. Let's start with the American.
Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's
Don't leave off that E, right?
Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's most popular
Most popular. The T's gone. S canceled the T. Most popular what?
Popular performers out there and
Performers out there. And
Netflix knows that.
And Netflix knows that. You guys did great there.
And Netflix knows that. Are there different rules for comedians?
Right? Are there different rules? Different. 2 syllables. Different. Are there different rules? Are there different rules
for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects?
So I know once I give you the answers, it's like, oh, yeah, I can totally hear it. Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects? Okay. Once again, the sentence is very simple, but the whole idea of DDM is how many times have you used these words, these phrases out loud in English? Probably never. Are there different rules for blah, blah, blah? Are there different rules for women? Are there different rules for men? Are there different rules for politicians? Are there different rules for the American League and the National League and baseball? Are there different rules for FIFA soccer? Are there different rules for, I don't know, World Cup soccer? Is it different, right? I think it's different. I'm not sure. Anyway, what's the league in Europe? I always forget the name. Are there different rules? So are there different rules is a really common phrase that we use it a lot. Are there different rules for blah, blah, blah? When tackling sensitive subjects, when talking about difficult things, when doing something blah, blah, blah. When ing, super common phrase, how many times have you used it? Probably never. That's why it sounds, silly, but simply repeating after me is really going to help. It's going to get those phrases in your mouth, and it's going to start training your brain and your ears to hear that. So once again, reading is simple. Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects? If you know the word tackling, this is a super easy sentence, right? But a lot of problems for dictation. Now, are there other? Are there? Can't leave, even though that R is not, it's not really it's tough to catch. Are there other, are, that tongue comes up to make the R sound, doesn't touch anything. Are, the tongue is down. Are there other? So now we got the air. This is a long AR, air, and this is just a schwa R, there. Are there other, row your boat. No, row your boat. It's an O. So make sure that's very different. Ooh and O. Ooh and O. So your audio challenge is, oh yeah, that's great, right? Oh boy, that's a tough one. Actually, I should get rid of this word, but I wanted to make it more complicated. So there you go. So this is another audio challenge for you, and I am hoping that you will participate and put your recordings on box so I can listen to you and we can master these sounds. Okay? Let's keep going here. So, are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects?
Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects?
Well, there should be different rules for comedians.
Well, there should be different rules for comedians. Well, there should be different rules for comedians. So it's the same sentence. There should be, that's the only difference. There should be different. Lots of people had a problem with should. Well, there should be different rules for comedians. I disagree so much with that sentence.
Well, there should be different rules for comedians. Well, there should be different rules for comedians.
So here it's kind of a little bit tough to catch that for. And I've told you the S and the F are actually similar sounds. Yeah, they're similar sounds, right? Remember the S? What's in the S sound family? Remember the S sound family? You got the S, the Z, the SH, the CH, the ZH, the J. I think I'm missing something. And the F. Yeah, this is all actually in the all in the same sound family, according to Coach Shane. This is Coach Shane's rules. And when they're in the same sound family, these sounds can blend together. First of all, they can come together, and in this situation, for example, we got the Z and the F. So they can come next to each other, and what happens is we focus on the second sound. I always give you the 20-80 rule. It can go 199. But we focus more on this F sound. But still, when we get a blending, for example, what's a good blending? A blending, guys, is when you got like did you, right? Did you, and the D and the Y, they blend together to give us a J sound. Did you. Well, the Z and the F, they can blend together and kind of change pronunciation too. Let's listen to them again.
Well, there should be different rules for comedians. There should be rules for comedians. Rules for comedians. Rules for comedians.
Rules for. Yeah, he's got the F there. Yeah, there's a lot more F there. Rules for comedians. Well, there should be different rules for comedians. It's very fast, but it's there.
Rules for comedians. They should be able to
laugh, and he's got that laugh, very British. Americans laugh.
Rules for comedians. They should be able to laugh at stuff that makes the rest of us want to laugh. Makes the rest of us want to laugh.
Makes the rest of us want to laugh.
Makes the rest of us want to laugh. Makes the rest of us want to laugh.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do it 2 times. The first time, I'll use American pronunciation, laugh, and stuff like that, because I want you to practice that. But the second time, I'll try to do a little bit British style. Okay, so here we go. Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's most popular performers out there. In the U.S., for sure. I don't know about in other countries. Anyway, in America, yes. And Netflix knows that. Mm-hmm. Are there different rules for comedians when talking about sensitive subjects? Abortion, gay rights, transgender stuff, China, right? I mean, there's issues that people want to talk about. So can comedians, the rules that comedians follow, are they different from regular people? Well, there should be different rules for comedians. I disagree with this so much. If there's going to be a different rule for comedians, then there should be a different rule for politicians. And there should be a different rule for doctors. And there should be a different rule for police. You see what happens? If we, in my opinion, if we allow different rules for different types of people, we're going to have chaos. In my opinion, there should be a rule and it applies to everyone the same. That's just my opinion, but I understand what he means. I understand what he means. But anyway, I like this sentence. They, comedians, they should be able to laugh at stuff that makes the rest of us want to laugh. And I asked you, what does this mean? So comedians should be able to laugh at. So let's just change stuff to transgender, to trans stuff, okay? They should be able to laugh at trans stuff. That which makes the rest of us want to laugh. And what this means is a lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of people, we have right now in America, we have our health admiral, I don't know what it is, health minister, U.S. trans, I don't even know how to find the person. Rachel Levine, that's what I want. Rachel Levine. Rachel Levine. This is Rachel Levine. Okay? And, you know, I have regarding Rachel Levine's work and her job. I'm sure Rachel Levine is great at her job and her work. I'm sure she's wonderful. Rachel Levine is a transgender. Rachel, you can plainly see Rachel Levine. Either she's I'm sorry to say it, but she's very ugly, or she's a man who's dressing like a woman. Okay, and once again, I have no problems with Rachel Levine being doing her job, but I'm sorry, she looks kind of funny. Okay, because she's not a she, it's a guy. Okay, and I understand. Oh, Coach Shane, you're so country. You're so, 18th century. I understand. It's stupid. It's childish, but it's a natural reaction. I kind of want to laugh. Okay, and I understand there might be mental issues and physical issues and blah, blah. There might be a lot of issues that I don't know, but I don't know what the issues are. I just see this, and it's kind of funny. We had Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner, one of America's heroes. This is Bruce Jenner. When I was a kid, it was 1972, 76 maybe, decathlon gold medal winner, just amazing athlete. And now this is Bruce Jenner. Really? So, and I have no problems with Bruce. I'm sorry, Caitlyn Jenner. He changed his name. She changed her name. And she changed, a lot of changes. And again, I understand. But anyway, there's a part of me that wants to laugh. And that's what this is. There's an issue out there that everybody sees, and a part of us, not everybody, but a part of most people kind of want to laugh or want to say, what? And comedians find those things and talk about them, exaggerate them, and they make jokes, and then we explode in laughter. Now, obviously, some people are going to be really angry, right? But the majority are going to laugh. It's true. It's true. And if you have opinions, by all means, put them on box. I'm happy to hear your opinions. Another audio challenge. Are there other rules for other roles?
Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's most popular performers out there, and Netflix knows that. Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects?
Well, there should be different rules for comedians. They should be able to laugh at stuff that makes the rest of us want to laugh.
Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the world's most popular performers out there, and Netflix knows that. Are there different rules for comedians when tackling sensitive subjects?
Well, there should be different rules for comedians. They should be able to laugh at stuff that makes the rest of us want to laugh.